phone over here somewhere. Hello again. Welcome to Amsterdam Talk Season 2, Episode 6. I done dug in my bag to find
Hi.
these two women right here. The funny thing is, I'm going to bring these women in. This is how I found these women. Our Lady Space podcast. I was driving to work and I was listening to Sway in the morning.
That's right.
And Marilyn birthday, I believe that was your birthday, right, Marilyn?
Tawana.
Tawana.
Tawana me.
Tawana, Tawana called in for her birthday and she was talking about what she do. And I said, hold on. And I hit Ava. I said, Ava, I got to get this lady on TV right here. I got to get this lady on the podcast. So I'm in the middle of driving to work talking to Ava, and I am DMing y'all at the same
Yeah.
time. So I had to get y'all on. So, ladies and gentlemen, Amsterdam Talk Season 2, Episode 6. Welcome to What Women Want with our ladies from Ladies Space Podcast.
Our Lady Space.
Oh
Well, we
man,
can talk about it.
oh, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it tonight. Definitely gonna talk about it tonight. But before we get into talking about it, I just want to, to bring yourselves out so people know who you are.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Tawana.
So whoever,
Oh, you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
whoever,
Oh, well. Hey, I don't know what to tell them. Just a little bit about me. I'm Tawana. As he said, I recently had a birthday. I just turned 40 a couple of weeks ago. So we've been working on our podcast since January. And, we're still trying to figure this thing out. We are best friends. We've been friends for, I done lost count, a long time. And so we decided to do this podcast earlier this year. We launched, and we just talk about everyday life, relationships, have fun, eat. We love to eat, cry, ugly cry, all that stuff.
Yeah. That's
Go
pretty
ahead,
much it.
friend.
My name is Marilyn, and I'll also be 40 on the 30th of this month. Woo woo, because Libras rule. And I just love Libras rule. We balance you out, and you know it, Rod. Come on now. Anyway, as I was saying, I love to talk. I like to meet new people, and I was just, anything that I feel like you do, you should go to God, no matter what it is, no matter how big, how small. And I was like, Lord, I want to do the podcast, but I want to do it with somebody, that gets it. And all I kept hearing was Tawana. And because our lives are so parallel, welcome to our Lady Space. This is us.
Yeah.
So we're going before we get into what you here for.
Mm-hmm.
So I was reading. I of course I follow y'all everything now. So it's just like I understand I got a man cave, which I'm not in my man cave right now. So explain this lady's place. This lady's space that you have.
Well, we was trying to come up with a name. We had so many names, like She Shed Something and all this stuff. But it came to me one day, Our Lady Space, because even though it's called Our Lady Space, everyone is welcome. Right. But we want to give you our opinions on how we view things. But as you get to know us, you will understand that we're not the typical woman. The way we think is a little bit different. And so we just want to share that, provide a safe space where people can talk about whatever they want to talk about. It's non-judgmental, and it's just open, transparent, and honest about things we've experienced in life.
Got you. So you're now in the HBCU network now. So now you're here. So it's like, and
God is good.
Me, which shit gets dangerous on this damn show.
Hey, we down for whatever.
That's what I like. It gets dangerous on this time. So so we, Marilyn, you got something you want to say before you start? When we start?
No, I'm good. I just wanted to say the way men have their man caves, and we came up with Our Lady Space. It was pretty much, we didn't want everyone to think it was just a women's thing. it's for everybody, and that's what we want to get out. Like, it's not just for women, it's not just for men, it's for everyone. And so that's why it's just called Our Lady Space, where we can talk about it.
Okay.
So that's all I want to say. Okay, go ahead.
I didn't load the clip up, Ava, like I supposed to, but I definitely want to give a 10 count out for a friend of the family, Michael K. Williams. You know, we talked last week, and you were supposed to do the promo for for Amsterdam Talk, but
Wow.
things happen, you know. So rest in peace, Omar. You know, that's the first thing I want to say.
Right.
Friend of the family. Rest in
God
peace, Michael
bless.
K. You know, from everything you've done, from The Wire to Boardwalk Empire to Lovecraft Country, to all the other movies. My favorite thing that he'll always tell you, the shit you did in I Love My Wife, when you was the boyfriend in DC. You know, that was a funny scene. Rest in peace, Mike. You know, I
Yes.
definitely appreciate everything you've done, you know, for my sister. You know, thank you. You know, that's one thing I need to get out the way first.
Right.
Yes.
So
Amen.
definitely. Well, I had an Omar clip, but I didn't load it up fast. I didn't load it, so. But we gonna get into this now. So you know, I this is the rebuttal show because a couple weeks ago I had what men want,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and they explained what they wanted. So this time I'm bringing it around. I you know found you ladies out off the sway in the morning, and what women want. So the promo clip that y'all got, you know, it
Mm-hmm.
was straight from the rules of Vivica Fox from Two Can Play That Game.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, I know y'all posted it through, and you know, so how would have dealt with that scene and the promo? You saw
Okay.
your man out with somebody else, and how she played it was just a hey, she kept it cool.
Right.
How would you ladies have played that out?
You want to go first, friend?
Okay, so I would have as well kept it cool because I don't want anyone to see me sweat. I don't want you to think that you have me like that. Now, when I got back to the table, however, I don't think I would have played it cool with my girlfriends. Like, if you have girlfriends, you're supposed to be able to tell them everything. That's, you know, you guys trust each other. That's where you get all your cries and your worries out. So with him, yeah, I would have did exactly what she did. But when I got back to the table, I've been like, friend, let me tell you what this fool did right here. And let me tell you how I handled this right here. So that's how I would handle the situation. But what
And
about you, friend?
I'm the same way. I would have did the same thing. I would not have let him know how much that would have bothered me, but I would have came back to that table. And as soon as I know he was gone, oh, I would
Yeah.
have just broke down.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, so we handle that right there. So you know, the things they say that women want in a modern relationship, you know, because this is the thing that you know that trips us fellas out because you want the passe, but then you want modern. So it's a confusion at point in time. So it's like things that we don't understand, you know, things that you want, because sometimes you want us to be on you and you don't want us to be on you. You want us to value your personal space.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
So that's what you ladies are saying, value your personal
Mm-hmm.
space, but some nuances say no, I want you to be on top of me. So like, how do you decipher the nuance to say I want you to be on top of me versus I need space?
Go, friend.
I think the key to all of it is so cliche is communication. If
Yeah.
I mean, I would go to my husband and say, baby, I just want a hug. You know, and I'm a communicator. That's the difference. Everybody does not communicate. But if I need something, I have no problem telling you what I need.
Right.
Because,
Mm,
you know, I'm the type of person, I don't do expectations because I feel as though expectations are something we keep to ourselves. So we
Mm-hmm.
end up being disappointed because people don't live up to them. But if you
Right.
actually have a conversation and set out those requirements and things that you basically need in order to sustain a healthy, happy relationship, then there should not be any problems. But
With
I know that, you know, sometimes it may be hard to communicate everything
Mhm.
because, you know, sometimes you're caught up in your feelings and you can't in that moment verbalize exactly how you feel, and you expect your partner to pick up on the cues and know, okay, she just needs a hug right now. And that's kind of unrealistic. But I think as you get to know a person, you do kind of pick up on the cues and you know when things are needed. You're not going to always get it, but I think just to know that you put forth some effort, you're paying attention, you're listening, and you're just being present goes a long way.
Right. Like if it's just a hit it and split it type of relationship, yeah, you're gonna go crazy. You ain't gonna know when she wants you to touch her. You're not gonna know when she wants you to get out of her face. But if you're in an actual relationship, you start picking up on the clues of what your person wants. Like he'll be like, oh, her cycle on, let me just go. He'll use some ice cream, boo. I know you good, I'm good. But you know, if it's a time where something happened, you know, emotionally for her, then you know, okay, she want me to get up on her. That's just something that you live and you grow and you learn with your partner. It's
Okay.
just
So
those sides to it.
growing and learning is, I've heard that growing and learning, but
Mhm.
then we got to go with we got to go with the old cliche, nice guys finish last. So what do you? Oh, you're married to Wanda, so was he super like I guess was he in your category? I mean, in your category, your description when you met him, and how both of y'all shaking your heads
Well,
no. So we don't know how this shit went then. Both of y'all shaking your heads no, like Mister Tawana
well,
was
what had
not in the
happened was,
category.
Oh, ooh, okay.
well, it's one of those. This is my second marriage. I've been married before, but this
Okay,
one was different. Ironically, we met online. We met on a dating app,
we'll
and
get deep in that
before
too
I
later.
even got on the app, I prayed because I was at the point in my life where I was tired of dealing with people who didn't treat me right, who didn't value me, and I wasn't gonna keep bringing people around my children to only be gone in a couple of months. So I needed and wanted something that was gonna be my forever love. And so before I even got on the app, I prayed, I talked to God, and I just gave it to him. Like, look, my way ain't working. I need you to step in and intercede. So I got on the app. I was only on the app maybe a day or two. And my
What
husband,
app was you on?
he
What
gonna
app
say I
was you
reached out
on?
to him, but he reached out to me.
Hold on, what app was you on? I
What
don't mean to cut
app?
you off. What app was you on?
Plenty of fish.
Oh shit! Because last
I
week,
was on
hold on. I'm
plenty
gonna
of
stop this
fish.
story for. I'm gonna stop this story because last week we had shooting your shot last week, and they tore down plenty of fish, and
Okay.
you won on plenty of fish.
Yeah. It's a lot of people tearing down their fish, but my friend found her husband on
What?
POL. Period. That's right. That's
Mm.
right.
Oh, so you can tell your story though. I just
That's
had to cut you off on
funny.
that one. You can tell your story about how the things that happen.
Well, I would say, I said, okay, but like I said, before I got on the app, before I signed up, I prayed about it because my typical person, 6'5", heavy set, I was looking for a certain build and a
Hmm.
certain stature and personality and things like that. But I mean, me and my husband the same height. I'm 5'6". And it's like a lot of
He
times we
five
don't
six two.
realize what we really need doesn't come in the package we expect it to come in.
Amen. You
Huh?
better preach.
He 5'6" 2".
So it's
Yes.
like,
Oh, we gonna break all this shit down tonight.
I'm so weak.
We gonna break all this shit down tonight, our lady say. Keep on talking, Tawana. Keep talking.
hey, we ready. So, basically, he's everything that I didn't even know I needed until he came into my life and I saw that this is what I've been missing.
Okay.
To find someone who actually gets you and can understand you. And I'm not easy to understand, but he gets it and I get him. And I think it's because of the places we are in our life. Like I said, this is my second marriage. So my approach is different. I'm not trying to win an argument. I'm trying to make sure that at the end of the day, we still have peace in our house. You know,
Let's
some arguments aren't going to be won, but you can find a mutual ground that you both can agree to.
Okay.
What
Okay.
you say?
Okay. Yeah.
I
We're
said,
gonna dig into. We're gonna open up everything you just said. Cause shit, you done
But
came on the World Dangerous Show, fucking with me.
we
But
gonna
go
what,
ahead.
Rod? What you
You done
saying?
came on the world. You done came on the World's Dangerous
I'm
Show,
ready.
messing with me.
Oh,
We're gonna unpack everything you just said because this is what women want, and I'm gonna decode everything you said. You're gonna have to
yeah,
give me an answer, just like the men had to give me an answer a couple of weeks ago when they decoded what they said, certain
right.
things.
I
But
think
Okay.
nice men finish last when they're with a woman that's not ready for a real man. If they still in that playing field and they want
Boom.
to grab them by the hair and do all this stuff, they doing all that extra stuff. They want that drive and they want that man. But most of the time, I'm not gonna say all the time, but most of the time, that type of man just looking for the same thing you looking for. But when you want a grown man, a man, yes, he's gonna be nice to you. He's gonna take care of you. He's gonna give you what you need. He's gonna provide for you. He's gonna be there for you spiritually, mentally, physically. Why he gotta be busting you upside the head though? Why he can't be nice? Because my husband is very nice. My husband is very good to me. My husband is 6 feet, but I've been dating short men before that. So I finally got me somebody to look up to. Me and Tawana and swap roles. I got me a tall chocolate milk. Woo!
hold on. You just said motherfuckers busting you in the head. What the fuck is going on?
It's some men out there that's very
Hold
possessive and
I
aggressive.
cannot.
But women like that.
on.
Some women
We are
like to be not like beat up, but they like the aggression. You know, they like men that's like, ugh. You
The
know,
aggression.
yeah, they like it.
we've been lost tonight on Amsterdam Talk. The domestic violence is in 2 weeks.
No, that's not what the donkey punch. Somebody said the donkey punch.
So
I
okay,
cannot.
let's get back to the
I
subject.
didn't have the
Let's
aggression in the bedroom, but when we like going to regular day life, be nice to me. I'm
all right. Let's just get back to the subject because this
okay.
shit went
Sorry.
crazy. You talking about donkey punches and shit? This shit is crazy. But all right, so we
Rilla
get in this
in.
mantra.
Rilla
We get into this
in.
mantra of dating is like you said. Your husband's 5'6", your husband's 6 feet. So you got the tall guy, Merlin,
Mm-hmm.
and now you have the short one, Tawana. But you wanted a tall man. So what made you decide to just delete some of your preferences and said, I just want a person that's going to treat me right, whether he was 6 feet, whether he was 5'8", whether he was 5'7", 5'5", 5'2". What made you decide to have that happen?
I'm laughing at the comments. Sorry, I'm here for the
Well, the
comments.
comments gonna come through
When
crazy.
I was mature enough to realize what I was getting wasn't working.
So what wasn't working that made you make this decision? You had preferences, so what was your preference that didn't make you
Well,
make
the
this happen?
relationships wasn't flourishing. They were just, I think because I was looking at the physical instead of looking at the character of a person. Okay, this
Okay.
guy caught my eye. He's tall, he smelled good, he looked good. Okay, we're gonna see what this gonna do. But when you go below the surface and really get deep and get to know the person, it was nothing there.
He wasn't trustworthy. He had integrity. He wasn't confident. He wasn't compassionate. He didn't show respect. He didn't have none of the stuff that we want, in our man. He didn't have any of that. No sense of
Right.
humor. He wasn't emotionally available. Like we need all that in the package. His
Okay,
Good
so
one.
maturity level, he wasn't even mature. It's kind of like you find a man that's 35 and he really 25. Like that's how he
yeah.
acts in his mind. So it's just like,
Okay, so emotionally available. We'll
mm-hmm.
talk. We gonna talk about that. So Some women don't like guys to be emotional.
Mm.
So where does that fit in? Like if he's too emotional, not emotional, or overly emotional?
Well,
Mm,
I'll say this. I have not experienced a guy that's emotionally available. But
most
I will say I have gotten to know my spouse where I know, even though he doesn't verbalize it, I understand when he's doing certain things. Like, I understand when y'all get home, y'all want to unpack your day. You don't want me in your ear barking at you like no dog.
right.
So I try to be cognizant of, his time, his day, and give him a moment to unpack all that before I'm loading my day off on him. So from emotional available to me, I just need you to be present. And
Right.
when we do have those conversations, listen, I'm not looking for you to solve my problem. I just
Right.
want you to listen. And even if you ain't paying no attention, if you say uh-huh every now and then, like you active listening,
Mhm.
that feels me. Cause
Exactly.
I in that moment think you paying attention. And I feel
Mm,
okay in that moment. Now later on, you're gonna act like you didn't know nothing about that conversation. But in that moment, you fulfill that emotional need that I needed. And I'm okay with that.
okay. What about you, Marilyn?
So I feel like I don't want to say it, but I want to
You
say
can cut. You can
black
cuss. You can cuss. You
men
can
really
cuss.
have been brought up
Say
to
it.
not have or not show emotion, even from a child. You better not cry.
Yeah.
You better not. You do not do this. You soft. You soft. So I just feel like they have been programmed to not show emotion. However, a part of
Mm-hmm.
that communication is, like you say, you have to learn your partner. And when you tell them something that you need, and they actually show you that they're trying to do it, not even if they get it 100% right, just showing me that you tried to do it, that you
Yeah.
listen to me, that does it for me. So, like, when my husband come home, he been working all day, all he want to do is get in the shower and he want a hot meal, and we can curl up and watch TV. And guess what? I'm good with it. Every other woman may not be good with that, but I'm good with that. And so that works for us. You got to figure out what works for you in your relationship emotionally.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Tawana, she'll be back in a second. But okay. So what we wind up doing, um, I haven't, previewed y'all to I Be Damned. That's a segment that we do at the end of the show where we go through horror dating stories.
mhm.
So what we wound up doing, switching up 2 weeks ago, we had a young lady come on and she talked about, sometimes men just need to be coddled a little bit. She said my king needs sometimes to rest his head in my bosom
Mhm.
because he might have had a hard day.
Right.
So
Mhm.
that's the A side of the story. But what happens when the women just like, nah, I'm not with all of that. But I guess you just answered that with the whole, the emotional side. So what I want to tell you is this. What I want to ask is this. So if you're really not looking, why are you on these apps and these dating sites? What's that about? What is that about?
Because I'm not the dating site girl.
You want
That's Tawana's thing. So why you on there, Tawana, if you ain't looking?
Well, she shouldn't be on that now because she got to
well, I
go.
only did it the one time. But
Okay.
well, what I would say, just from people who I've spoken to who fit into that category, sometimes they're on there just to get free meals. They're on there to just meet friends. They're not, and but the thing is, they're not forthcoming with that information. And that's the problem.
Okay. They not forthcoming with it. So the title is What Do Women Want? So break it down to what women really want. Cause y'all didn't won. Y'all both won. Y'all both carry the trophy. Y'all both got diamonds on your hands. I both see both of them. I see, I can see. I got the clarity. The clarity looks good, Chief, over here. And this is on, this is fucking online. So I imagine how the clarity looks. So what do women really want so a man can get the trophy. Not we ain't talking about sex no more. We talking about this is
Right.
my partner. This is my life. This is my livelihood. This is my woman, my tag team. Tag her in. We the
Right.
Usos. You know, what do you ladies want for a man to put your rings in the air if you got one? We want to see what do you want? Really?
First of all, we just want them to come in it with um just being honest about what he really wants, being intentional about his motives. Like, come, like, we not little girls anymore. So once you get 40, you I want to be on the same page as far as life. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's it. We want you to be on the same page. Like, if you with me and you saying, dang, she want to get married, she only want to date me, that ain't what I'm talking about. Guess what? Just say it right now before 5 years has went by. That's it. Just
Ain't
be
about you.
intentional. Just be truthful. Just be honest. That's all we want. If you have honesty, that's the key.
Mhm.
If you ain't rocking with
Mm.
me no more like that, just say that. But a man will just sell on as long as he can. And then he'll try to pick up another one on the way and keep on selling and pick up another one on the way. I'm too old for that. I'm over that. I don't have time for that. Mm-mm.
Mm.
No.
I
So
like this, man.
respectfully decline if this ain't what you trying to do. You know what I mean? It's real simple. It's like men trying to make it so hard. It's really not that hard anymore. What you laughing at, Tawana?
Okay.
Huh? Tawana?
I'm just sitting. I'm
Because
just
you,
listening
I
because
mean,
I
you
got my
said
male
everything
followers
I'm
out here.
thinking.
What you say, Rod?
I said I got my male followers out here. They like, because HBCU Lounge started as a HBCU singles group, and
Mm-hmm.
now it became a whole network. Where we produced this show, Amsterdam Talk, and we produced the Locker Room Chronicles, which is an all men show. The Velvet Rope, which is an all women show, and you had two series. On Sunday, Ask a Black Man, Ask a Black Woman.
Mm-hmm.
But the central problem still happens with all these shows. And I got you now here for our lady space to say, what the hell do women really want? That's what we trying to decode tonight. Like, what do you want? Like, you said what you said, be upfront in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Because all
Right.
of y'all got jewelry. Y'all done all won championship rings like Michael, Kobe, and Jordan. Y'all know I won this shit. So we just trying to decode like tonight, like what do you really want? So it's like it's hard because you saw in the promo, women want everything. So it's like, what the fuck is
But you know
everything?
what me and Tawana have discussed before is that men think that the woman is the only one, the wife is the only one supposed to be happy. No, I want both of us to be happy in my relationship. I want the man to just be just as happy as I am to see him when he get home to see me. Because I got a good thing. You know what I'm saying? She might ride or die. She gonna be there for me. We both want to just be on the same page with that.
And I think at the end of the day, we want the same thing. We just communicate it differently.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
We both want to be each other's priority. We both want you to listen to us. We both want to have understanding. We
Right.
both want to know that you have my back, I got your back.
Yeah.
It's just we want the same things. It's just the way we communicate to each other sounds so different. And
Right.
maybe that's a pride thing. Maybe it's I don't know, a society type thing because you thinking about what other people gonna say or think. But if you really have that honest conversation, be transparent. Don't make me have to pose a question a certain way to get the answer. You know what I'm saying. Be
Exactly.
open, transparent, upfront, intentional. Just lay it out there. And if there's something I can't accommodate, then I'm gonna tell you I can't do that. So this ain't gonna work. But be
Exactly.
mature enough to have that ugly conversation. But
Right.
at the end of the day, if you are honest about how you feel and your intentions, then if you walk away and that does not become a real relationship that's sustained, and maybe it's a friendship, it can be something that come from it, but just be honest, because when you try to put on a persona and be something you're not, the real you gonna come out.
Yeah.
So just be you and give what you want to get, and I
Right.
think we'll be all right.
Everybody don't want to be a wife. So that's why I'm saying if you be honest and
No.
be like, hey, I got two girlfriends, I'm good with that because I got two boyfriends too. But how you gonna know
Yeah,
that? You see what I'm saying?
we not Merlin. We not going to dig into that because
Okay,
that's my show next week.
okay.
That's my
They'll tune in and comment.
Palomari is next week. But y'all definitely gonna get a link to that because Palomari is next week. Palomari is on the 15th.
I'm just saying now.
Hey,
I
it's the
get it.
truth.
I get it to be true to oneself and to say what you want, but what happens when when I walk to the situation to one of you ladies? I mean, just hypothetical thinking and just saying like, I'll come to you and say, let's just ride this thing out. Whatever happens, happens. And
Hmm.
some women get up in age, like you were saying, Merlin. I mean, Tawana, you were saying like up in age, they just decide to settle. Why does
Hmm.
that kick in? I mean, the clock is gone, so it's like, so now you reach this age to say, I just want to have somebody here. Don't give a fuck what he is no more. Why did that happen?
I think that really stems for probably something in their past that's making them think that this is okay. It's never okay for you to have to, I don't want to say settle, but settle in that stance of you're not being fulfilled by whatever situation you got going on. Because I think companionship is great. Maybe you don't want to be married, but you want that companion that you can do life with. That's fine. But as long as you have peace and you are in a place where what you and your other person are agreeing on and you both are okay with that, then that's fine. But I don't think you should settle to the point where you start harboring resentment and then you're like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? How am I going to get out of this? So I guess it's how we define settle.
They settle because they got low self esteem, right? They settle because they don't know their worth. Like you
Yeah.
gotta know that you don't have. If a person just gonna lead you alone for the rest of your life, and y'all just gonna die together, boyfriend and girlfriend. If you
Sleeping in
okay with that,
separate
cool. But
rooms.
if you not, keep on walking. I ain't talking to you anymore. Just walk on. But if you feel
Okay,
like
okay, a little CC in there. Okay.
That's what she do.
that's what I do. I be singing. But if you don't feel like you can find somebody better, if you feel like this is the best thing that ever happened to you, you gonna just stay. You just gonna stick it out. You gonna
You
stay
got to
Mm,
know you deserve better.
out. Mm-hmm.
okay. Well, that's one thing that happens, so you just decide to say, well, okay, Gwendolyn Moore, some people cannot handle the truth.
Yeah.
So, that walks down and, as things progress, I mean, well, things start, in well, not in a relationship at the talking stage. So once we get to the point, is just, hold up, what happened? Okay, we're going to ask you a question now, Fizzy.
Exactly.
Why have a life partner and not be married?
Some people feel like once they marry that person, the true person come out. They had the representative for 13 years.
It's
And as soon as
fear.
they marry them, everything go to hell. You ever met a relationship like that? I know people that's been together just together, and as soon as they got married, they got divorced a year later. How you was with them for 13 years and then all you did was sign your name on a piece of paper and now you can't
You
even
know why? Because
no,
they had those unrealistic expectations. They
that's
never they
crazy.
never
This
talked
sound
about
like
what
our
marriage
ladies'
would
space
look
right here.
like.
I like this.
They
This sound like
never
our ladies'
talked
space.
about
Go
it.
ahead, take over, ladies. Take over. Take over.
Think about it.
That's crazy.
You're two people with your two different ideas of what marriage looks like.
Right.
But you never talk to each other to determine what your marriage is gonna look like. So
Exactly.
while y'all was dating has a different set of expectations and requirements. Marriage
Right.
is a whole different ballpark.
Right.
Depending on where you are spiritually, God blesses marriage is different. Is
Exactly.
my belief.
I date
And
to marry.
so,
I was dating to
yeah,
marry. I ain't dating to just be no girlfriend for the rest of my life. I'm
and I
sorry.
mean that's a personal choice, but that ain't gonna work over here.
Right.
And I feel you on that, Merlin, because I was having a conversation with this lady, and I said, listen. I ain't going in nobody obituary as they special friend.
Special
I'm not
friend.
with that. I'm not
We
going
know
in
what that
nobody's
means.
obituary as a special friend. That's just not the thing that I'm trying to go down as with.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's just like, what the hell do you ladies want? It doesn't matter. Like whatever I do, whatever we do, is doesn't feel like it's enough. It's
But it
always
Because you're
short
not with
of
the
it.
right lady. That's telling you.
right.
What you do is never enough. That's not the person you're supposed to be with.
Well, I'm
Exactly.
single, so shit. I'm single, so I mean, I don't have
Not
the
you. I'm just saying in
expectation.
general. If you a dude and everything you do, she always complain and nothing's right. That's just not the girl for you.
Yeah.
Pretty
You
much.
haven't had that uncomfortable conversation to really get to know that person to see what their moral values are. What is their true character? At the end of the day, this beauty is gonna fade. The
Exactly.
sexual appetite is gonna decrease. Things gonna hang and swing, and it ain't gonna be the same. And then what you got? Can you not have a conversation?
Not the hang and swing, friend.
Hey, it is what it is. We gonna hang and
Hey,
swing together and still be happy.
I know that.
I don't even know if this Amsterdam talk no more. This might be our lady space now. Shit.
But we can talk about
Every
it.
time then. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. But I mean, but sometimes you get these brothers that's doing everything that
Hmm.
they think they're supposed to be doing, and it's like, I guess it's not satisfying enough. And some women just say there's a spark missing. So like, what is this spark you talk about? Like the spark, like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I'm paying the bills like I'm supposed to. I'm taking you where you need to be at. I'm taking you on vacation. Kids are good, but it's just oomph is missing. Like, what is that oomph?
Some people are just users. No matter what you do, it ain't gonna satisfy them because they just want to take. And that's just what it is. You are me and y'all can give y'all very last. You can be in a relationship with somebody for many years, pay the bills, take care of the kids, do everything, and they still ain't happy. Why? Because they're not happy with themselves.
Right.
So I don't think it's y'all men necessarily in that scenario. It's more so that woman or whomever you're dealing with that doesn't fully know themselves.
Right.
Because if you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, that spark she looking for is just some new is what that is.
Right.
They just want something new. If you want something new, go to a bar, act like you don't know each other, and pick each other up. Role
Hmm.
play, improvise, do something spontaneous. You can reignite the flame if it's fizzled out. You
That's
just
what
have
I
to put
said.
forth that effort and want to do it.
Right. Like if you had the spark in the beginning, it's almost like the stuff where people be like love at first sight or whatever. If you had that spark and it goes out, something made it go out. Either y'all not doing
Mm-hmm.
what y'all were doing, somebody else got your eye. That happens all the
Mm-hmm.
time. Of course, your spark's gonna
Check
go out. You're
yourself.
not putting into your relationship what you were putting into it before. However, if you want to save it, you can get it back. You just gotta,
Mhm.
like you guys, do some things,
Communicate.
do some stuff, get some romantic dates going on. You can get it back now if you want it.
Okay.
Call us. We'll tell you what to do.
Yeah.
You know what? Y'all all right with me? Call y'all. They gonna be regulars on Amsterdam talk. But we got to get back to the topic at hand of just what women truly want. Because what happens when you women, and I'm pretty sure you two have done it. I could be lying, but I don't want to be a false prophet on here. You go through this bad boy stage,
Okay.
and now after years go by, you want to go into this, oh, I just want a regular nice guy. Like, why does that occur? You go from one stage to this stage, and this stage normally happens, not to discredit anybody that's watching or disrespect anybody that watching or on his show. It's kind of once you're, I guess once you past your prime, I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
So why does that happen? You go back to this guy that's nice, you know, bro. What these men speak? Oh, that was a couple weeks ago. We watched the show a couple weeks ago. They got down and dirty, but When you go back to these men, once you're past your prime, you go back to these men. Why did this happen?
So you in the stage where you sowing your wild oats, right? Your whole phase. You want a bad man for that. Just like men, they don't want to marry no hoe. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. They want a good woman for that. We both, men and women, both do that.
I told you we want the same thing.
But speak for the men. And this is where I get fucked up at because I'm a man as well, and this is shit I do.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be experienced, but I don't want you to have that many miles on your body.
Right.
You being greedy.
It's oxymoron. You gotta have some experience, but I don't want that many on you.
But that's still, you can be the lady in the street, but the freak in the bed. You can still be a good woman, but you know how to get down.
Merlin, where did you get your experience from?
From the research department.
I Googled it, right? I went to Google.
We are the Google queen.
Hold on. All in this chat are 35 plus. It wasn't no goddamn Google back then. Where did you get your experience from?
Reading those Harlequin novels.
Right. That's right. That's what we did.
Reading Zane and all those books.
Somebody just said sometimes once the man/woman has the woman/man, they stop doing what they used to do. You have to continue to spark there.
That's right.
So, yes.
That's right.
That's what the old
complacent. That's the word for that. Complacent. Oh, I got her. I don't gotta take her out no more. I ain't gotta do this.
You better date me.
So that's why they start looking for the what that guy name was on Sex Life. They start looking for the
Brad.
They start looking for the Brads because they Cooper ain't putting it down no more like he used to.
Y'all are fucking crazy. And I love y'all. You know, Sway in the morning. Thank you for me going to work that morning. I had to drive in the office to hear you going your birthday, and you know that y'all was doing this. But we're gonna continue this conversation definitely right now. So you know, we're still at the point of what the hell women want. That's the basis of this whole conversation. And y'all didn't put some gems and jewels out there for us, but overall, we just trying to figure out is like, you know, the men had a 2-hour show. They was flooding. They was going crazy for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, I couldn't take no more of this.
We just want y'all to be yourself. And we'll know.
Yeah.
It's just
so,
that simple.
Okay, so being ourselves, I kind of get sometimes the physical overweighs what's on the inside. So do y'all start with the physical?
I mean, that's the first thing you see automatically, but it shouldn't be the most important.
So why do you put brothers in the friend zone?
Because there's no chemistry there.
Right. No.
You gotta have that chemistry. You have to
go back and get them. As Merlin said, after your whole phase and went through, you go pick the nigga up like this phone and say, come out the friend zone.
Because you matured and realized what really matters.
Right.
Now, when you young, you don't know how to pick them. But as you get older, hopefully in each relationship, you get something from it. You actually gain something. You learn what not to do the next go around. Especially when you get up in our age bracket. Right. But I mean, if you always do what you always done, you're gonna always get what you always got. So at some point you gotta change it up.
You gotta change something.
And you know, maybe that guy that was the thug back in the day has now grown to be a family man.
Right.
And so, you know, sometimes you see a person for the first time, it's nothing there, but you see them again and be like, where you been?
Now I got a text message now from one of my homeboys. He didn't want to put it on the screen. He just said, you know, he said, you come back when you built like a duplex. That's not me. He just said you come back when you built like a duplex.
Duplex over here. Wait a minute now.
Hey.
No, you come back when, like Tawana said, when that man has matured. Because even the nice man had a past. He probably wasn't that nice when he was a teenager. He probably was doing
Exactly.
stuff.
All
You know
right.
what I
Because
mean?
we can speak to our husbands, the things our husbands did in our 20s. We wouldn't have dated them.
Exactly. We want to marry. I want to marry my 20-year-old husband. I wouldn't have.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do right now. Both of y'all are married, and no disrespect to your husbands at all. You know, they can come on screen if they want to and talk to me whenever. But I want to know what you wanted, Marilyn, and I wanted to know what you want to wanna before you got me. What was your preferences?
In
And
my
put what you got
20s.
now. No, no, yeah, no. What was your overall preference of the man you wanted to be with to the
Okay.
man that you are married to now? Like,
Oh,
what was the preferences? No disrespect to
Okay.
your husbands or anything like that. I don't
right.
want to. We don't do divorces on here. We don't do none of
Mm-mm.
that.
Oh, we in this time.
I see them. I see them goddamn championship rings. Shit. Somebody gonna owe somebody something. And it's, yeah, I mean, so what was your preference before? What was your preference at first before you got married? What was your preference?
You go
Well,
first,
I got
friend.
married very, very young. I actually was married at 19 for 12 years before I got
Okay,
divorced. So my preference at that time, I had never seen how a man is really supposed to treat a woman growing
okay,
up. So when I met my ex-husband now, I just was looking for someone to, provide for me, treat me kind, just be there for his family. I wasn't really looking for him to, do no bells and whistles and no backflips. I just wanted somebody that was gonna be kind to me and take care of his family and be the backbone, you know, for the family. That's it. It wasn't a big
okay,
whoop.
okay. So
Wasn't
it
a lot.
was no physical features you look for.
Not really, because he was back then. I'm like, oh, he's cute or whatever. It was nothing really. He had to be 5 foot, dark skin, light skin. I didn't really back then. It didn't really. If you were good to me, that's all I really was. Right now, I didn't want nobody that was butt ugly. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't care about because I don't even think he was about what 5'7". I think he's about 5'7". Five
Okay,
eight, 5'7". So yeah, none of that physical stuff. I was young, and I pretty much was like, oh, okay, I found a good guy. I'm not gonna just be with somebody that's gonna abuse me. I found a good guy. That's what I thought. That's all I saw at that point.
okay. So, but before we go to Tawana, so you was 19 and you was
Uh-huh.
married.
Mm-hmm.
And some women say like you got like y'all said earlier, you got to go through your whole phase.
Mm-hmm.
So after you was divorced, did you go through a phase, or you just went back into another, stable relationship that ended up with you getting the jewelry?
So I don't think I ever really had a whole phase. I don't think I really had. Because like I told you before, I always dated to marry. I was that girl.
Oh,
Like
you
if
was
I'm
dating
dating
married girl, okay.
that's it. If I'm dating you, I don't want to date nobody else. I don't want to share you with nobody. I don't want to be shared with nobody. So that was always my thing. I don't think I truly ever had a whole phase. Now, at this point, I feel like me and my husband gonna be together forever. But if God forbid, I'm gonna get that whole phase out if this doesn't work out. I think everybody deserves one.
Don't let her lose.
Hey,
Don't let her lose.
the brother that's married to Merlin, I did not do this. I just presented a question. Please don't come
You
down
know
and
she
find my
crazy.
flower.
I think everybody deserves it. I feel like I did myself a disjustice by getting married so young. I
Well,
really
but that's what I was going to say because as a man, and I got some brothers I know that only had one vagina, and they like, oh, I had to marry it. Like, dude, there's more vaginas out here. You gotta sample them shit. This shit like a buffet. You should have
Oh,
a whole. This is just me personally, as men and women. I think you should have a phase because what happens is, what are you comparing things to? You
exactly
get the first one, and that's fine. It's good. Okay, yeah, whatever. But the
right.
first one, ain't gonna be as better than the second one, the third, the fourth, or the fifth, or the sixth, and then it's just the nigga that's gonna knock the bottom out your ass, and you go from there. Because there's always a man and a woman. They find someone in their life that just did some shit to them that they just can't let go. And when you decide to get in a serious relationship and you think about it like this motherfucker ain't doing the same thing that Tommy did.
Sex life.
Right. The sex life is different. Now I gotta adjust to this shit because what he did or what she did some shit to me that made me say, oh wow, crazy.
Right.
And just being a man, and being a man point blank, and I'm gonna keep it real, and my viewers know I always keep it real. It's always that one girl that's gonna make you take that condom off. Mm-hmm. It's always gonna be that one girl that's gonna make you take that condom off and say, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I want to be connected to this woman. We're gonna beef about this child, but I want to still slide when I slide.
Right.
And that's that. But all right, to one of your side of your story now.
I think her side is delayed. I think she must be delayed.
Well, I think y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'll just talk. Well, prior to my husband, I think my preference was taller than me, because I always, so you can lay your head on their chest. So taller than me and
you
dark,
5'6", right?
very dark skinned.
Right? You 5'6",
right?
I'm
5'6".
You 5'6", okay, 5'6". So you've been about 5'9", yes. 5'10", whatever. Okay, go ahead. Continue your story.
Yeah. So taller than me, dark skin, athletic build, someone who was nice to me, complimented me, something along that lines. Someone I had chemistry with, someone who just showed up and was present and available to me. I didn't date a whole lot of people, so I really didn't have like a preference per se. I just had in my mind an idea of what I thought he should look like.
Okay. She breaking up. She breaking up, Merlin.
Yeah.
She breaking up.
I'm
gonna let her come back.
Delayed, Tawana. Can you hear us? It's like delayed.
You good? You good over there?
I hear y'all fine.
Okay.
Oh, we can't hear you fine. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
I'm still delayed.
No, we can hear you now. We can hear you.
We hear you now.
I'm still delayed.
No, you good.
No, you good, baby.
Okay. But all that whatever preference I had before, huh?
You good? Go ahead.
Good. Keep going.
Keep talking.
Am I gone? Let me go out.
I don't know.
No, you talk. We can hear you.
Tawana, we can hear you.
We can hear you. Keep talking. Where y'all? Why she come back? Where y'all from?
Can y'all hear me?
So I'm from Mobile.
Mobile,
Alabama. Mm-hmm. And so.
Okay. Well, the moral of this story.
What's the moral? She from Mobile too?
No.
Where's she from?
From Birmingham. She's from where we live now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all from Alabama. Okay, Alabama.
Yeah, so I joined
y'all went to school? What school y'all went to? Y'all went to school?
So I went to school in Mobile. So I graduated from Davidson High School. She went to school here.
Okay.
I can't remember the school she said she graduated from, but we met I was in Germany for the military. When I got out, I moved to Birmingham. So we met at Blue Cross. And so We just kind of hit it
Right.
off.
We're
Tawana,
gonna bring it back though.
Tawana,
Hey,
what school you
Oh, you
graduated
good?
from?
You good now?
am I back?
What school you graduated from?
I hope so.
I say, what school did you
Am I
graduate
back?
from?
Woodlawn High School,
What?
Cardinals, class of '99.
What school?
But this is the thing I didn't tell y'all ladies about
Okay.
because
Hey, you gotta say it all.
this is the segment of the show that I didn't tell y'all about, and this is a special segment on Amsterdam Talk, which that's going that I hope our lady space pick up. It's called "I Be Damned." You know, I reach around the country and I get people to tell me about their dating horror stories, and I pick them up and I read them off my text message. I read them off my phone into a whole display, and I let my guests on Amsterdam Talk break them down. So
Okay.
we at that segment right now at I Be Damned. So here we go. Ava, hit me. Here comes I Be Damned right about now. I Be Damned is get ready to come on. Where the hell is I Be Damned though? Shit, this is the whole thing I get confused about. With this new program, I get confused.
I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
Good evening. Time for another episode of I Be Damned. So this young lady right here, she writes into me this week and says, "Hey, Rod, here we go. Here's the story. So I was working at this law firm and made a trip downstairs to the convenience store located beneath the building. While there, I happened to lock eyes with an attractive, tall, dreadlock man who was suited and booted for what appeared to be his day at the office. He approached, we exchanged numbers, and he asked me for dinner and drinks the following day. He seemed cool, but I wanted to be safe. So I chose a popular restaurant for us to meet where there would be people I knew. The day of our date, I washed my hair, straightened it, put on this cream colored sweater dress that complement my assets. I was dressed to the nines. To complete my look, I walked over to a nearby department store and had my favorite makeup artist do a little something to my face. No one could tell me nothing. No one could tell me that I was not cute. Like paparazzi could have popped up out the bushes to take my picture because I looked like Everything. Everything. Anyway, I was bouncing up and down the entire day at work, ready for the day to be over. Finally, it was 5 p.m., and I grabbed a cab to get to the restaurant. I walked in the restaurant, waved to some friends from the office who were already there because they left work early, and I grabbed a seat at the bar. Now, this man was fine, so I wanted everyone to see us. Yes, this is what I get for vanity, but oh well. As I ordered, as I ordered a drink and appetizers waiting for him to arrive, he was supposed to be there at 5:30, and at 5:45 I started texting him. Suddenly, this sort of scraggly looking guy in a puffer jacket, tank top, saggy jeans, and Timberlands walked in. It was apparent that this scraggly fella was looking for someone, but I certainly didn't think he would be looking for me. And to my surprise, he was.
Surprise, surprise.
This was the handsome guy in the suit from the day before. To myself, I say, what happened? Did you just volunteer somewhere and didn't have time to go home and change before dinner? He sat down and a conversation began. This is me. Hi, him. This for us. As he picks up a chicken wing from my platter. What? The food? Yes, but what happened? Him. Oh, I got held up. You look church nice. Me, thank you. I'm dressed for dinner. Did I misunderstand? Him, I'm fucked up. Nah, what I mean, I ain't know this was nice like that. Did you change after work or did you just not go today? Yeah, you met me when I had on that bullshit. As he eats and talks at the same time.
Hmm.
Me, huh? At at what time the bone from the chicken wing that he had plucked from the appetizers I ordered that had been in his mouth and devoured was returned to the plate with other food? Him, my boy told me the first time you go meet your PO, you need to look like something. For those who don't know what a PO is, parole officer. Her, what? Him, yeah, I got out a couple weeks ago and they made me stay at this joint until I could get this thing. I don't know what it's called. At which he points his places his foot on the table and displays his ankle monitor. You just got out of jail? Nah, not just got out. They made me stay in this house. Transitional housing? Yeah, whatever the fuck that shit is. What? Hold up. You're a lawyer, right? Can they charge me for this? They talking about I have to guarantee payment or something. So I look at him in a bedazzled way, and he like, yeah, that fucker got me fucked up if he think I'm gonna pay for this shit. And I'm still creating this face and just looking at him. But if I want to be out, I guess I gotta deal with the bullshit. The conversation continued with rambling about his brother's recent run-in with the law. His brother had just gone to prison. And baby mama drama. His brother has Section 8 baby mama issues. At which point, I blanked out because a piece of chicken gristle that he was gnawing on came out his mouth and landed on my cheek on my face. My bad, shorty.
Hell no!
I said, excuse me, I need to go to the restroom. I called my best friend and told her to call me back with some kind of emergency. I went back to my seat and waited anxiously for that doggone phone to ring. When it rang, I told him that there was emergency at the office I had to take care of. He asked me if I was paying for the food. I handed the waiter $20. He said, what about my drink? And I said, what about it, sir? I think I left something in the bathroom. I had my coat and purse over my arm, saw my way in the hallway, and told him that I wanted to leave out of the back door. He laughed and guided me through the kitchen and on to the street. I gave him another 10 to deliver a message to Mr. Scraggly that I had to leave and it was a terrible emergency. I blocked Scraggly dude's number.
Wow.
That's week's episode of I Be Dead, man. The man showed up with an ankle monitor or dressed in a suit booted to go see his PO that showed up looking like shit. I be damn. See you next week.
That's what we call I be damned. That is a hard dating story. So, ladies of our space, break that down for me.
I wouldn't have paid nobody. I wouldn't have snuck out of nothing. I would have told that nigga, you pay for your own drink. I'm out. Peace out, my nigga.
Right.
You wrong with your catfishing ass. No. No. I'm sorry, friend. Let me calm down because he wrong.
Now you good. I
Break
was
it
over here
down.
having
This is the
technical
space. Break
difficulties.
it
I
down.
missed
Break it
Wrong.
down.
He dead wrong for that. Now, that's the thing about being honest. Men take the decision away from us. Let me decide if I want to go on a date with you with your ankle monitor. Ain't nothing wrong with that if I choose. But don't try to trick me. Let that be. Don't take my choice away from me. That's how you end up wrong. Not letting me choose.
right.
She probably would have liked old Scraggly if he would have been straight up.
Yeah.
Well, he showed up at the office because he was going to his PO and he was suited up. He was suited
Right.
and booted to go see his PO.
Exactly.
But this ain't for me to break down. This is for y'all to break down.
He should have been suited and booty for the dinner with putting dang on chicken bone on her cheek. That's disgusting. I would have thrown that chicken bone right back at him. She did better than I did because I wouldn't even left the 20. I would have just left.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Oh man. Yeah, that's what happens on I Be Damned. We get these stories and these stories off the chain.
That's wild.
These stories off the chain. But you know what? I want to definitely thank you two ladies for our Lady Space podcast to come through. Blessing Amsterdam talk for what y'all did tonight for us. I
Thank
know
you.
I told y'all an hour, but we ran over.
Thank you.
But I definitely Definitely love you, ladies. I definitely love you, ladies. Might got a proposition for you
Okay.
eventually, but definitely Tawana, Mary Lynn. Thank you for letting us know what women want. Thank you for breaking down Amsterdam talk. But at the end of the day, we need to know. The viewers need to know where they can reach you at. Where can they see you at?
Our Lady Space on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Just look us up. Our Lady Space.
Yeah, we'll be on Spotify soon too.
Okay.
Our lady space.
But we can
But
talk
check this
about
out. Don't nobody get out of here unscathed.
it. Okay.
Because you know what? Y'all all need that I be damned on your shows.
We do. We need that. That was like we definitely need that on our show.
We
That's what
probably
I
got our own.
bring. The I be damned is a staple. We bring it, man. We bring these I be damns, man. And y'all survive the dangerous show of Amsterdam talk.
We thank you for having us, Rod. We really enjoyed ourselves. Thank
Oh
you so
shoot.
much.
Hey, check this out though, because this your first time, and I liked how the energy y'all brought. Y'all always welcome back, man.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
This is my house, but you always welcome.
Thank you.
This is always welcome. We just put your plugs in www.facebook.com, our lady space. We didn't enter somewhere that I wasn't supposed to enter. I entered the lady space tonight.
That's
Okay.
right.
Welcome.
You know,
That's
please
right.
follow these ladies because I follow them. They get busy. Marilyn, Tawana, Sway in the morning. Thank you for introducing me to these ladies.
Thank you, Sway.
And of course, next week I'll be back with another I'll Be Damned. But next week's show, we got Paula Murray coming on. These people that get the Paula Murray show is next week.
Right.
We'll be tuned in.
We'll tune in,
Yeah, I
definitely.
mean, they coming. We want to see with the two boyfriends, the two girlfriends, the husband, the boyfriend. This shit is getting deeper in season 2.
I'm
So
too
I see
jealous
y'all.
for that. I couldn't handle two girls. I'm too jealous. I didn't.
Oh, she talking about clapping the girl. She talking about clapping. But that's what we got next week.
Okay.
Palomore. That's what we got next week. Palomore. Yeah, I mean, we got it. It's polygamy at its finest next week. We
Cool.
got guests who are doing this. This is no fictional shit. This is
Mhm.
real talk. Where people are living this life.
Right.
We got them on Amsterdam Talk next week. Polygamy. Of course, I'll be with her. I'll be damned next week. And I think I'll be damned next week. Start with the bruh. I think I picked this one correctly. The brother said he took the girl out and she bought her girlfriend.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I think this is the one I picked next week.
Okay.
So we're gonna see how this shit work out. But Amsterdam Talk Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. all the time. But definitely follow these two ladies right here. Our lady space, they got it going on. They cute, but they married. So stay out their inbox, fellas.
No.
Cute, but they married. So stay out their inbox. Ava, that's it. See y'all next week.
Bye.